school shooter with a ponytail yet, so I think I could break new ground. Pioneer. So yeah, as he said, I'm in college as we all are. And I'm about to graduate though. But I wasn't always such a brainiac. I started small. I worked in retail for a few years. And everybody always complains about retail that they got, shitty customers, like weird customers who make their days bad. But I always thought my coworkers were way fucking worse. I had a guy who would every day come in and tell me about videos he'd watch of people dying online. It's 5 in the morning, I'm doing my work, I'd pull a bottle off the shelf and there'd be his face. Hey, I saw a video of a guy getting caught in a wood chipper last night. It's better than a cup of coffee, it fucking wakes you up. But but I had another coworker at a feed shop. You do that thing where you lick your thumb before you turn the page, That's the fucking weirdest thing. I don't know why he does that. But he did that, and so one day he's doing inventory, and he goes to lick his thumb and he freezes. And he bolts outside, and all we hear from inside the store is, "Motherfucker, I just licked bird shit off my thumb!" He was also fired for showing up to work consistently drunk. And then I worked at a hardware store one summer between semesters. I wanted to make some extra cash. And everyone there knew I was only going to be there for a summer. So the last day came around, and there was this really touchy-feely chick. She kind of looked like Jack Skellington if he was a tweaker. On the last day, she came up to me and put her hand on my arm, and she goes, "Ben, you need to come back here after school. You belong here." And at that moment, I knew for a fact that I did not belong there. Anywhere else but there. I live off campus. I live in an apartment complex. I'm not going to say where because I don't want anyone showing up to my house at random times. But I have a lot of, I never thought of becoming a car thief until I lived next to a bunch of rich Chinese kids. There's a bunch of Porsches and Lambos, Maseratis. It's like a Fast and the Furious movie, Beijing Burner. One of them has a customized license plate that says "not poor." It just kind of makes you want to stick it to the rich guy, I got the ghost of Paul Walker peering on my shoulder going, "Take the Lambo for a ride. Just don't be like me and avoid the trees." Speaking of Fast and Furious, one time I was at the drive-in with my ex-girlfriend, and we'd go to the drive-in, we'd fool around in the back, and one time we're fooling around, and all of a sudden I start hearing that song playing. It's been a long day without you, my friend. You know the song? And I look up at the screen, and it's like Fast and Furious 19 or something, and there's Paul Walker waving and driving off into the sunset. I was like, fuck. I never gave a shit about any of these movies or the characters, but I had to pause the festivities and be like, all right, I gotta mourn the loss of this beautiful man. My girl was like, what are you doing? And I was like, shh, smoke time now. Have you ever tried to plan a party? And I don't mean like some fucking sorority or club get together where everyone's obligated to go. That's too easy. I mean a real deal party. You gotta do this balancing act where you don't invite too many people because your house is only too big, or so big. But you don't want to invite too few people because 4 dudes playing Mario Kart is a real fucking lame party. No one wants a sausage fest, right? I mean, it pisses everybody off. Oscar Mayer himself would be pissed as fuck if he showed up to a sausage fest. Has anyone seen the King Kong movie? Like the Peter Jackson one? Anyone? I'm not saying this joke. Has anyone seen it? Yeah. No, you haven't. You're fucking lying. When I show up to a sausage fest, it's like the scene in King Kong when a guy's getting eaten by giant worms. I got a bottle of rum and I'm swinging it around like a machete. Get him, fuck off! Get him off! You've seen it? It's way funny. I assume most of us have seen porn, right? porn stars like watch their own stuff to like improve? You know, I imagine it's like Saturday after game day, and everyone files into the dark room, and they got the projector screen going. The director, he's got a laser pointer. He's like, "You call that a rim job, Mia? What the fuck was that? And you, Ron Jeremy, put down the fucking Cheetos. You're starting to look like a sack of rotten potatoes. I need to see some hustle out of you." I don't know. That's what I think. Has anyone? I'm sure a lot of people have played Cards Against Humanity, right? Yeah. It's not as popular now as it was. I think it's kind of dying out, but I still feel like there's kind of a niche market for like adult edgy games. And so I got a few ideas. I'm gonna spitball them at you. You kind of let me know what you think. First one, Twin Towers Jenga. The second one, Monopoly, Gentrification Edition. It's already halfway there. It's called Monopoly. I mean. And then finally, my favorite, Shoots in High Schools. And the funniest part is that I did not know he was going to say that about me. I got a European friend. She's here, working. She's got a working visa. She's like a nanny. She calls it a nanny. She's really mad for calling it a nanny. I don't fucking know why. But anyway, she's pretty cool. But she does do one thing that kind of annoys me. Is she likes to criticize my dear home country of the USA. And that's fine. I mean, everyone can have their opinion. I'm sure I'd agree with some of the criticisms. But I just think there's something kind of rude about it. You know, you're here. You're working here. Can you just keep it to yourself? I mean, just stick with me. Imagine that your friend invites you over to their house for dinner, and do you show up and walk in the kitchen and go, you know, the lighting in here is really shitty. Come out of the bathroom complaining about how the toilet doesn't squirt water up your ass when you flush. You walk in the kitchen when they're chopping carrots and onions for the soup and go, hey, that's a pretty big knife you got there. You sure you need a knife that big? I think you could use some more knife control in here. Only the Republicans will laugh at that one. Speaking of Republicans, cigarettes. I actually have a lot of respect for cigarette smokers. You know, after all the information that we now know about how cigarettes kill you, I just think it's kind of brave. I mean, the boxes straight up say, these are death sticks. They will murder you in your sleep. And smokers are like, come on, death motherfucker, give it to me. But really, most of my respect lies with people who started smoking like after the 90s. Because that's when they really started pushing the anti-smoking ads. And they make a really sad, just to guilt you into not smoking. Like, for example, they have a little kid who, smoking killed my mommy, and then smoking killed my daddy, and then my uncle molested me. And it has nothing to do with the smoking, but it just makes it extra sad, you know? There was one ad, it was a real ad, I remember, and I saw it when I was a kid. It had this dude with a cowboy hat, he'd come into the city, and he'd start playing a song, and he had a stoma, so he'd sing it. You don't always die from tobacco. You might just lose a lung, or get a hole in your tongue. And like, little kid me was too stupid to really comprehend what's going on, so I'm just like, holy shit, smoking turns you into a robot cowboy? That was a slapper. That was a table slapper. Thank you. You know, goodbyes, everybody hates goodbyes, right? Goodbyes are either sad or they're awkward. There's no in between. For example, you know, the classic, you run into someone you haven't seen in a while and, you know, you start doing the stupid, boring, shitty small talk, and then once you decide you've had enough, you say, okay, hey, I'm gonna go home now, hey, good seeing you. And then, of course, without fail, you end up walking in the same direction. I mean, it's obviously awkward right off the bat. Everybody knows it, but someone always feels the need to like point it out, like, well, this is awkward. Guess I shouldn't have said goodbye yet. And I go, oh, yeah, you're right. I meant to stalk you for 2 weeks and memorize your route home, but I forgot. There's one kind of goodbye that's a little worse. It's a breakup goodbye, right? Those are normally sad, but they can also be fucking awkward. Here's some advice for a breakup. Never, if you're the person breaking up with the other one, never do it at your own home. Because you don't have anywhere to run. So what could have been, at their house, a cordial, hey, it's not gonna work out, see you later, it turns into, get the fuck out of my house, Lisa! But there's one final form of goodbye that's the worst of them all, and it's the dying goodbye. Oh, talk about death. But no, I mean, it's normally sad. Most of them are sad, right? But I feel like it can't always go like it goes in the movie. It's not always, you give a speech, oh, you're my brother, I love you. Even though you never talk to each other for your whole life or some shit. And then right before they die, they say goodbye and then they pass away. I mean, you feel like there's gotta be some false alarms. Like where they're like, this is it. And they do the speech and they say goodbye and then you're crying, oh, he's gone. And, oh, sorry, false alarm. I'm still here, we're good. I mean, what happens if they actually die and then they do the shocky thingy and bring him back to life? What do you say then? Well, this is awkward. Alright, that's all I got, everybody. Thank you so much.